For me, I have a good amount of deal breakers.
Deal
Stinking
breakers.
feet, addiction. If you have an addiction to something,
If you have a
you ain't
small
about to drag me
penis,
into that.
it's a deal breaker for me.
A
I mean,
small
I'm just
penis?
a small dick.
So
I
that's
can't do
not
it.
something you're willing to look past.
No, ma'am.
He has everything else.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No.
Okay, you see
Break my
the
back.
thing with these like small things that women aren't willing to look past. What's hard to like wrap my head around it for me is that these are things that you're supposed to notice like right from the jump.
Absolutely.
So before I can even get to like you too much and I notice these things, then I just won't really be interested in talking to you. It's different that if like, you know, we're well into a situation or anything like that, and I find like you're having constant bad breath, like I'm not going to want to break up with you.
Right.
Now I feel like I have to have a conversation with you. But I feel like small things like this is really going to decide whether I want to talk to you or not.
So if you said that you can't tolerate the small D, right? And you guys are talking and you're feeling this person, everything seems perfect. Are you gonna ask for a dick pic?
I'm probably already. It's gonna be a while before we get there, but I'm.
See, that's a waste of time. You gonna have to send me a dick pic.
I know, but I'm not a dick pic person. I just don't like because you gonna ask me for body parts that I'm not willing to send.
No,
That's just
men
me.
are always willing to send a dick pic.
But you're gonna ask. It's not that they're not willing. I'm not willing.
Right.
So don't ask me for something.
Yeah.
And if I feel like I got to be willing to give whatever I'm willing to ask. You know what I mean? So I would
sense.
never ask. And I mean, I think I've been in a situation where I liked the person, but it was just so small. I just couldn't get past it. Like great conversation. Oh my God, I can't wait to be with that person. But then when it's time to be intimate, it's like,
oh, that sucks.
oh my Lord. Like I mean, I'm not saying it needs to be like 10 feet long, but it wasn't even like,
Poor guy.
wasn't even 6 inches. It was
He couldn't
just bad.
satisfy you in
past that
other
one.
ways. Like he couldn't give you satisfaction orally in other ways.
I hope my mother isn't looking. I hope my mommy
Were
isn't
you just
watching.
judging the book by its cover?
I wasn't judging no book by no cover. I saw it. I looked at it. I was very,
Did you work it?
as much as I tried to, it just didn't
Damn.
work out for me. And I feel like I think you have to ask yourself very realistic questions. Can you live with this for the rest of your life and not be sexually pleased? Like I just.
So what did you do when you were there and you saw it? Like what did you do?
I
Did
mean,
you run?
I went through with it. I mean,
I was committed.
It'd have been rude to get up, but I just kind of felt like I went through with it. It was what it was.
Did you look at it? Was
I looked at it. It just looked.
I just had an epiphany.
That just reminded me.
I just can't. I can't. I know that I
Yesterday-
can do that. I just know that I
on
can't. do it.
Instagram, this boy, he went on Instagram and he was asking people for like embarrassing sex stories.
Right.
And one girl said he took down his pants and I saw how small his penis was and I screamed and I ran and he started chasing me around the bed.
No, with a jelly bean. Oh no. Listen, I had an epiphany and it all makes sense. Life and the world makes sense now. Everything just makes sense. Now I see why men want us to be virgins and don't want us to have
Right.
any experience.
Right.
Because that's the only way that a man with a small dingaling can have any woman or the woman of his dreams because she don't know anything else about no other dick.
So
So-
I went to this church
Mm-hmm.
thing where the pastor talks to you about, when you get together with someone and what it should be and why you should get to marriage being a virgin.
Right.
And that was the reason.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you will not know about any other dicks
Mm-hmm.
but the one you have.
And that's what
And
it
if
is
it's
about life
little,
in general.
And
But
this-
that's why in marriage people become so curious because they never had anything.
But
else.
can you
Or you might
imagine?
just be content and you may be able to settle because you're not interested in anything else because you've never seen it and you don't even know it exists. You know how we talk about this all the time. People don't know what's out there, so they
Right.
settle. They don't know their potential. They don't know that they can have certain things. They don't know they can be certain things because they do not have the experience. Not true. I've been to one. It was amazing. I saw a pregnant woman getting rubbed on her belly. She looked like she was having a great time. I'm like, where's your baby daddy? She in the corner getting rubbed on and talked to by another man. And then, there was a room where people were giving hand jobs. It was men and women and women and men. It was just such a great experience. And you could be a voyager or whatever it's called, where you could watch, you could join. And it wasn't just 40 plus. It was just different age groups, different ethnicities.
Right.
It was so classy. There was a fire show, a naked woman doing a fire.
Naked?
Yeah, doing a fire show. And I just was like, this is dope. But again, you wouldn't know because you ain't been. So, hey. Maybe having hors d'oeuvres.
You guys ever
champagne.
seen
Thinking about
Tyler
the smell.
Perry's Temptation?
All that naked body and the smell.
Yeah, I think
No, like,
I just would
you
think
better
that
not
the
be at a
smells
sex
in
party
there.
knowing you got stinking genitals.
I know, but it's just a lot of odor going.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of people's
No, it's-
bodies
I never
out.
smelled
No
anything.
natural sense.
Natural sense.
Or like you come in over here to do this with this person, now you over there, and you working your body up.
Or it
It's
might just
like,
be one group having an orgasm and you
Oh.
just decided that's who you clicked with for the night. And it doesn't have to be everybody just bouncing around having sex with each other. It can literally just be, it could be just, touching, like whatever. It
this
just
was
was a
real classy
room.
for you.
I thought it was a nice event. Like the downstairs area was where everyone got busy. Everybody got busy downstairs. Upstairs was like, the food and the drinks and the hot tub. It was separated, yeah.
Okay.
Upstairs, everybody had like, it was like really classy, the hot tubs,
Right.
it was a cool drink. Like it was like a club, a R&B club, and everybody just was kind of like in lingerie. And then you go to it was like a good 40 people. And then you go downstairs and somebody's walking around with a little cart with lube and condoms and fucking
Oh, wow.
it was so classy, and I just was like, this is so dope. I went with one of my homegirls, but we play a lot, so we were just looking around laughing, like, bitch, look at this shit right here. They wildin'. What is going
Talk
on?
about ladies' night.
It was a funny,
Right?
It was fun, and it didn't smell bad or anything. It was cool. Of course, I didn't join. I didn't want my friend to think I was a hoe.
Oh,
I would have.
Lord.
She wasn't there.
Not all.
Not you didn't want your friend who you went to the sex party with.
You
You
didn't
didn't want her to think
For
you
her
was
to
a
go
hoe.
and tell everybody that I was out there having sex with
So
random individuals.
So you guys just wanted to watch. That was the goal of
It
the
was
night.
our first party, and we did want to just experience it. It was just an experience for us. Some of those people go to every event, and they know that they want to go and join and be a part of it. And so for me, we were walking around, like, just filling it out. We were invited. It was our first time. We weren't on E or anything. We were pretty kind of sober, so it wasn't like anything made us.
Because I
in
was
the
about
mood
to
do
say,
it.
anybody I go to a sex party with,
Honey.
I'm not expecting you to
be.
be looking at me like, no, ho, you here with me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
whatever happens.
But you got to
No,
sign
it
an
wasn't
NDA, honey. Nothing gets out.
No, it
Nothing
wasn't.
gets out.
And they were like, it was good. It wasn't just about the sex too. It was about like meeting people and like networking. There was some really like prestigious.
I was about to say
professionals
rich
and
people,
stuff.
You were
right?
naked?
And,
I can imagine the
Oh, they
rich
were
people do
naked.
shit like
Wait.
that.
Yeah.
Wait, so everyone's cell
No.
phone is taken at the door? Like,
don't
what
even
is
think-
that?
I don't even remember
Because the
anybody
sex
having
party
their
and
phones
sex
out.
life was like that. They they took their phones. Y'all probably both looking at each other like, if Jada do something, then I'm doing something.
If
It was
she
just
go, I go.
Really kind of. It was cool though. Like everybody had their own thing that they were doing, and it was just like
Mm-hmm.
it was a good vibe. Like you didn't even look at it as raunchy as it even sounds. It was so classy, and people were. It was like round beds, and it was like 12, 6 on this side, 6 on that side, and like it was in a big room. And it was just like everybody was in their own little vibe. There was like little low music playing. It was dim. That was on the bottom floor. So it was like an upstairs. You could just go mingle and not do it, even participate or, see it. Hell no. I love a good time. Shit, let's go. What you about to wear? Can we match? Like, I like a good experience. We get one life, man. People just be wasting the damn time. We get one life. I'm going.
Okay, so would you say that you're not one to overlook many things?
No, I overlook everything. No, I don't overlook anything. Like,
Right.
I'm very anal about a lot of things. Oral, like your breath, abso-fucking-lutely not. No,
Mhm.
it's not gonna work. And I'm gonna deliver it and make you feel some type of way.
You know
I
what?
can
I was
overlook
thinking
height.
height on my way here. I
What?
was thinking
I
height.
can't overlook that. He got to be over 5.
And you gotta tell
5.
me too. Oh,
4'11".
5'5".
He got to be over 5'5".
I'm- I mean, is everyone here above 5 feet? Are you 5 feet?
I'm like
What?
5'2".
Why 4'11"? Like, what kind of question is that?
Right.
No,
The
there are
4'11s got to
men
look
that are
down.
4'11".
Right.
They gotta look smaller. I'm sorry, unless you're like a woman that is into shorter dudes, I don't really think that most 4'11" men are going to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try to get that 5'5".
they do. They have a fetish.
They
A lot
do.
of them
Some
do.
of them have fetishes. They want to
wanna
date
see
women
when you're-
above them.
They want to see your heels, and
Mhm.
they want to see that they love the long legs. Everybody has nothing is wrong and nothing is right. There's somebody for everybody. I'm telling you, like, people are interested.
Not to say that they're
Right.
yeah, but it's like how often
Really?
are you going to find that 5'5" woman wants to date someone shorter than her?
It happens, but it's not always.
I'm not saying that there's no one out there like
Mhm.
that, but I'm just saying majority rules.
Depends on how many options you're accustomed to having.
I'm not dating nobody over 5. Under
Yeah,
5'5".
I think that's
it's just
definitely one of
unattractive
my
to me. I
deal
mean,
Try
breakers.
everything at once or twice.
Jada,
What-
how tall are you? Because you look pretty. You look
I'm
pretty.
like 5, almost 5'6".
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty tall,
I'm
What
giving,
about,
you would
date
I'm giving
somebody
myself
4'11"?
5'5".
but I've dated people my height and been madly in love, or like, I don't even know if he was like half an inch shorter than me. I don't know.
Well,
Madly
we
in
didn't
love.
say your height. We said shorter than you.
No, because 4'11" is
Like
crazy.
half an inch, but that's like if you're my height, you're shorter than me. Because I'm gonna put on heels, and now you're shorter than me.
Right.
Ugh, and then
That
we
was-
can't flex together.
Yeah, but we look fucking great together. When I wear some Nikes and we heading out, we
We
looked
good
like we
together?
looked great together.
You better put
I
them
don't know,
heels
I
on.
can't
We
do
got
it.
compliments. Like we looked great.
I don't know
together.
why. I don't. It's just
We were a beautiful black couple.
maybe because I
but
feel like you look like a child. I don't know.
If you're 4'11",
I just think that you're just miniature. Like no, I don't like it.
Because let's be real, 4'11" is short for a man.
For a man,
That is
it's
a
very short.
That is short.
could you deal
Sure, for
with
anybody.
a workaholic?
ugh,
Yes.
Like
I would look
you're
past
going
that.
to see him
Thank
maybe throughout the week. You might see him 1 hour a day, and that's right before bed.
only if
1 hour
you
a day.
provided a
and right
lifestyle
before
for
bed.
me to keep busy. Because if not, I'm going to flirt with other men and possibly get into trouble.
Listen, my workaholic boo comes see me at 2:00 in the morning, and we be up in the car chilling
What?
till 5:00
In the car?
in the morning
Why y'all in the car?
Because we're not there yet.
because we're not there yet.
OMG. That's not gonna work. That's never gonna fully work.
Why?
You're gonna get tired of that and bored of that. And have y'all done it?
Well, one.
Dang, Jada. Ooh.
It's like whatever time that I get, I always take the time. Whatever that means. If it's before you got to go to work, if it's after work, because it's late night work.
Because it's honeymoon stage. Anything goes when you're in honeymoon stage. You can be long distance. You can date someone that you have to take flights
But
to.
once
But it's honeymoon
but
stage.
that's the point I was trying to make. If I'm willing to look past something before I decide, like, all right, I'm looking past it, I'm going to talk to you. Once I start to like you too much,
it's a problem.
it's like it can be a problem, but it's still something I have to overlook. Because I knew what I was
that.
getting into when I decided, like,
You're so
all right,
mature.
Well, you can always change your mind.
I can change my
You can
mind,
always change your
but
mind.
I am mature and I'm looking past it. I'm like, we're gonna make it work.
I'm not mature enough for anything, obviously, because let me tell you something. In the beginning, I'm having the time of my life, and now I'm just like, ugh, I want to see you. Like, no, like, why you gotta go to work today? You know, like, I'm just like,
To
this
pay
ain't gonna
these
work.
bills.
Right, right. Well,
But
she
now
did
I
say
wanna
she
spend
did
more
say
time.
that if he provided a lifestyle for her that was comfortable, that kept her occupied.
Yeah, but I'm
she'd be okay
concerned
with
because now I provide you this lifestyle. You have everything that you want financially, but I'm just not there to spend that quality time with you. I see you on Saturday, but on Sunday
Saturday?
I have to monitor the market so I can give you Saturday. That's the only full day I can give you, but I go to sleep early cuz I'm up with the market. I don't have a lot of time for you, but you have a great
So
lifestyle.
then we don't have a relationship. We
You
do
don't
not
have
a
you
relationship.
don't have much of a relationship, but you know what?
You
That's when
somebody
you
that I
gotta
see
put
every
your
now and then.
okay, yeah, but that's when you gotta put your foot forward, right? I'm mature, guys.
I'm not doing it.
That's when you gotta put your foot forward because they work and they're providing for you, right? Whenever time you get that, even if it's little windows, oh, they're at work, but they go to break from 12 to 2. Let me go bring them a smoothie. Let me go get them
Too
some
horny for that shit. Every
lunch.
10 minutes we got, boy,
Exactly. Then that's when you get your sex in.
mm-mm.
Girl, you better go on.
Ain't
I
no
don't
You
know.
better
I don't
find
know if I
that
could do a
time.
workaholic like that.
Not like that.
Not
On
like that.
Saturdays,
That's
one
very
day a week,
specific.
like,
One
no.
day, 1 hour a day. That's not.
1
not
hour
happening.
during the week and you have full Saturdays because
No,
like
it's not enough.
that's not enough.
Mm-mm.
That's not even like, see,
Not
that's what I'm
enough.
saying. Like my life, I love experiences. I love spending time. I love getting to know. I love
Right.
having deep conversations. I love going on dates. that will not work for me. So that's a deal breaker for me. Not
Now, if
happening.
your partner is a billionaire and you're able to experience anything you want,
That's fine. Can I have a boyfriend on the side that's going to break my back in?
okay, so do you think that most people are willing to overlook flaws if your partner has and like
Money?
money?
Yeah, that
Absolutely.
happens. You can do other things.
Absolutely.
Not your girl.
I'm just not that girl, but
It's not enough.
it's not enough. I feel like that has we won't have a life of meaning. I think that there are a lot of women who will accept, a low quality relationship, because that's what I'm going to call it, with a man who can provide for them naturally. But at the end of the day, what is that really going to do for you? Like, what kind of quality of life is that really going to give you? I mean, you guys aren't able to build anything. Where's the communication? Where's the
Right.
love? Where's the quality time? I mean, personally, it just doesn't work for me. But I know that there are women who value other things more than, the greatness of a relationship.
There are women who value materialistic.
Absolutely. There are women who value I'll start over. There are women who value materialistic things over love, over intimacy. And intimacy doesn't have to be us being physical with one another. Like, how are we intimate if I'm seeing you 1 hour a week and all day Saturday? Like, I'm waiting till I get to Saturday in order to feel this amazing connection. Like,
Yeah.
that's not enough.
And even if you were a billionaire, I don't know. It would be like, obviously I'm not there for the love part. It was just,
Which
I'm
is
there
very
for the
obvious.
enjoyment of life.
It's very obvious because, as she put it, low quality
Mhm.
relationship. It's not of quality. You guys aren't getting any quality time.
Yeah.
There is no intimacy, as you said there. All you're there for is what that person can provide for you financially. I can't really even say maybe physically
But
when they can.
You gotta
Unless
really be
you're
obsessed-
unless you're getting something.
You have to
from
really be
somewhere
obsessed
else.
with that person where you're just like, I'm gonna wait. Because some people really, like, some women wait while their man is in jail. Don't
Well,
ask
that's
me why
before
they do that.
that might have been, they
If you
might have
can wait while your
experienced
man is
them,
in jail.
but they've probably experienced the love for
The love
an extended,
So
for
for
an
some
extended
people-
period of time.
Like
Like,
that's the difference of what you're willing to look past, like at the beginning,
But those are
versus
probably
when your
people-
feelings are already there.
right.
So those are probably people that were able to spend enough time with that person and build enough of a connection for them to be like, you know what, my man's about to do time. I'm gonna hold it down and wait. Now, if we didn't spend that time, and like, you're never around, like, what am I have to be obsessed with you. I have to be obsessed with you in order to be able to sit home and wait for you on Saturday. Like, I have to be like, oh my God, he has the best sex I've ever had. When Saturday does come, it has to be the most romantic experience every single time.
You see him during the week for 1 hour.
Who?
You see him during the week, 1 hour during the week.
I think a woman like that probably has low self-esteem.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Or he really is that dude.
She don't think that she deserves more, or she doesn't require more, or maybe
But he's working.
I mean, I get that,
He's not
but still,
cheating.
though, I mean, yeah. But at the end of the day, like, 1 hour a week,
Right.
that's nothing.
At all.
1 hour each day.
Oh,
Each-
1 hour each day still.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see you for a lunch break.
Right.
What do you mean?
You
And
see
I'm gonna
me
be
for
crying
dinner.
every day.
Like,
We at
"Oh,
the playground, we at
Don't
recess?
leave.
We have dinner together
already
each
know.
day, and then
Okay.
Saturday is like the day.
Not enough. Not enough.
Now, what if
I like to
like
cuddle and
that's the
snuggle.
I want to make me
option
go home
so
and
that
argue.
you don't have to work, so that you get to stay home, raise our children. You don't have to
See, but
work,
that's
but
not
I
You know
have.
what?
for me.
Outside of him, what am I doing? Like going to yoga when I'm flying to Dubai
That's up
by
to you.
myself.
No,
I'm
he's
out-
not. He gets vacation now. What I'm saying is
Listen, there's
the
plenty of men.
exchange. That's the exchange. In order for me to provide this life for you, where you get to stay home, you get to stay with the kids, I have to
The
work.
kids.
Like,
So
it-
so you impregnated me, and I'm supposed to stay at
Uh-huh.
home
With the
with
kids.
the children that you put inside of me by
house.
myself for no.
you can get a
No
nanny.
ma'am, no ma'am,
You
no
get-
ma'am,
Are definitely
no
you-
ma'am. At my age,
You can have a nanny. You
No.
can have a cook.
I don't care.
You see what I'm saying?
What kind of quality of life are my children getting?
They don't
They
have
see
their
their father for dinner.
Wow,
they don't
that
have-
talk about family lifestyle. I mean, no, not my no.
I'm not
I'd rather
doing it
not have
either.
them.
Would you rather work and have a partnership with him so that
I'd rather work and have a partner. I'll be your assistant. I'll be right up under you. I need to be able to see you.
And on top
That's
of that,
just
there's
what's
a
going.
man
Pay me to do a job. Like I would be bored. I would be bored.
miserable.
I mean, me and my man text now. If I don't hear from him for every 5 hours, I'd be like, nigga, you alive? Like you all right?
Right.
So an hour a day, like I gotta beg for something. Like, baby, you coming over? Like not my personality.
Me neither. I can't do it.
I
And
would
on
cheat,
top of that,
and I don't believe in cheating. I would probably,
But you
it would
would-
lead
you
me
would
to
get
cheating.
there.
It would get me there.
because you'd be
don't go
lonely.
to the gym now. Don't go to the gym because it'd be some fine.
I would have a nice body though, because I'd have time to work on it. But I'd definitely be out here in these
all the
streets.
time to work on it.
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
Not
and
for
on
me.
top of that, like there, but contrary to what people believe, there are a lot of men that provide for their women. There are a lot of people that there are a lot of men that actually let their woman stays at home or takes care of the things in the house or the children, and they also are able to give time as well. So I think that's just over the top. That's crazy because I don't know. Like I can't see myself dating someone that, okay, you provide all these amazing things, but I don't get to spend time with you. This isn't a relationship then. That's it. Here we go.
It's always
He gave
the
this
end
to
of the
us already,
spectrum.
right?
It's always it's either left or right. It's never somewhere. Okay, good, Alan. Thank you.
Okay.
But Alan, I mean, I think that
But do
once
we
you
really
choose to accept certain things, you are choosing to be unhappy.
though? Right.
And knowing that there's more out there for you
Amen.
based on faith, based on you that girl or you that guy, or
Based on your
that-
worth.
just based on your worth, based on what you feel, like you could provide to someone. Like, I was single for a very long time. I was single for 8 years, no boyfriend, dating, being out here. And I experienced a lot from guys that I was like, and people are like, well, Darnelle, why couldn't you just pick one? I'm like, no, because I know something better's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I had faith. And listen, if it meant me being single for the rest of my life, I would have been happier single than to would have settled and been unhappy.
Thank you.
And
I
that's
like that.
and that's pretty much what life is about. I think a lot of people feel like, oh my God, I'm gonna settle. Okay, so you settle for a guy with bad breath. Okay, no problem. What happens next? You're intimate, you're having sex with him, you can't stand, like you're so distracted by his breath that you can't even be intimate. You can't even connect with him because you're like, oh my God, he stinks. And so your mind isn't even able to, you're not even capable of putting yourself in a position where you can connect.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't even bust a nut.
Yeah, but
Hell,
you
I just
also
don't even want
you're
him on
so
me.
distracted by the flaw that you looked past but still bothers you.
Right.
So you ignore everything else. It's kind of like once you are in a relationship when this one thing bothers you so much, everything else starts to bother you about this person.
Right.
You don't even really like them anymore. You just settled. And because of that one thing, your true relationship with them is tarnished.
Absolutely. And I know for a fact I can't be with a man who's not ambitious. That's something I cannot do. If I, start dating you and you're a janitor, and it doesn't matter. It's not like you have to have like this bachelor's degree. You have to be making 6 figures just like I am. You got to be doing all this other stuff. Like, no, it's not even about that. Like if I meet you and you're a janitor, we get married, you're a janitor. By year 5, I expect you to be head janitor. By year 6, I expect you to, be your head of a team. By year 10, you need to invent a mop that is going to revolutionize the way that people mop
Have a
floors. Like
plan.
that's the kind of ambition I'm looking for. You need to be constantly growing, constantly moving. But if I look at you and we married year 1, in year 10, you still in the same position that I met you in year 1, I'm going to be annoyed. I know I'm going to wake
too.
up upset. So I would just rather not even do with it. Because I know you're not going to work for me. And I think the problem is that we get into these situations where we settle for people that we know don't work for us. And then we want to complain. We want to call our girlfriends. And then we're embarrassed because whenever you bring this brother around, they're like, damn, ain't that the nigga she was just talking about? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
And that's what I'm trying to understand. Because
Go to the heart, Jada. Go to the heart.
because if
Wait,
you
wait, does Jada ask this question?
is settling giving up, or is settling compromising? Well, basically just accepting the fact that no one ever is ever going to be perfect, or there's always going to be some type of situation or issue that's gonna
Right.
come into play.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the thing that I think a lot of people may deal with, where they're just like, okay, can I stay in this situation and make the best of it? Or do I just keep running around like without, knowledge of where the end is gonna, where I'm gonna end up at the end? So is it like, so you're saying that no matter what, you should just stay, like, rely on faith and
Mm-hmm.
just know who you are and just know that the greater good is gonna come.
I could be bad all by myself. I don't need nobody to come be bad with me.
You listen.
And I'm saying that, there are some things I'm willing to compromise, like,
Mhm.
but it got to be the perfect situation for me. It got to
Right.
be something that we can work on together and build. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like if it's a situation with your breath, we're gonna have a dentist appointment. I'm going to, I'm going to give you tools that are gonna help you get there. But I
Right.
got to be willing to do that. And sometimes I don't want to.
Mhm.
Like, because when you settle, you got to do work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Over the work. And meeting people is already work within itself. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes, a man having kids, that's a deal breaker. You know what I mean? Like, it's already complicated trying to get to know you, but now I got to get to know you, your kid, the baby mama. I got to see you every other week because you got the baby. Like, that's a lot. Do I really want to put myself in a situation like that?
Right.
Do I want to deal with your baby mama looking at you crazy? Do I want to deal with her dipping into her pockets before, I got to wait for Uncle Sam to get it. Then I got to wait for whoever, your bills. And then I'm after that. Like, no, I'm not into that. I don't want that. Like, and I don't want you to have no attitude when she call you and we out to dinner and now all of a sudden you got an attitude with me. I'm going to have a problem with that. So no, I ain't dating no man with no kids because
And
it's not
don't
my
have two
thing.
baby mamas or 3.
Child. So think about every single time you
boy.
compromise and every single time you put yourself in a situation and you were sitting there like, damn, now I got to deal with this nigga shit. Like, nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. And if you do that, 9 times out of 10, you're going to regret it.
Mhm.
You know your limits. And I think people need to stick within their limits. I think the problem is that we've been so comfortable and so programmed to draw outside the line. Like that's normal.
Mhm.
That's an abnormality. It's not normal to draw outside the lines. Like I'm the type of person, I draw on the lines. I know what my boundaries are. So if I know something is going to get on my nerve, something is going to bother me, something's going to vexate me, something's going to make me feel uncomfortable, I'm going to not put myself in that situation.
Yeah.
And sitting through it is like literally going to cause you mental, like, issues with your mental health, your stress. You get sick. People got cancer. People got this and that,
Right.
just because they're sitting in situations
Right.
that are not feeding them, feeding their soul, feeding, they're not growing from it. They're just,
Right.
sometimes when you're in a situation, you just think about the bad part so much that it just becomes like an infection, and you're just like, just get out of it.
Yeah,
Because
that was my point earlier. And I feel like once this topic was first introduced, I immediately thought about women's shallowness
Mm-hmm.
being the reason
Mm-hmm.
that most of us are single, but it's not. It's not being shallow. It's a lot of things that women aren't able to overlook in order to settle to be in a relationship, and we shouldn't have to. If we know that a bad breath in a relationship is going to be the one thing that's going to make us unhappy and not really be like 100% in that, then it's a no-go from the start.
So do you think women settle more than men in relationships?
Mm-hmm.
100%.
100%. They do.
100.
100%.
Let's go to why, right?
Yeah, why?
What overrides what?
Why do they
I
do
think
it?
women, I don't know. I just kind of feel like,
Well, even asking that question, I'm
Mhm.
trying to think of things because we don't have any men on the panel today.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of things that, men would have to overlook with us.
I don't think men overlook anything.
I mean, some women don't.
I think
clean,
I think
cook.
it's a very small percentage of men looking over things. I think that men, for the most part, a man is going to get what he wants. He may get 90% of it, but like women will get 75. We're comfortable with 60, 65, 70%. Like men, I think 90% of men get what they want.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, they usually ultimately make the choice. That's the woman I want to marry, right? That's the woman I want to be with,
They choose.
and the woman is.
we
But at the same time, I
we
feel
accept. They choose.
Like, based on how you make them feel.
Those are two different kind of women, Alan. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna lie.
Mhm.
Some
I've
people,
overridden before.
Exactly.
And it was in a situation with someone that I know damn well. but you fine as hell. And that bedroom music, but at the same time, I know the situation is not gonna be as beneficial to me as other people that I have dated in the past have, been able to be. But my feelings for you are OD. So I've allowed certain things, knowing damn well that like, like it's gonna drive me crazy, but I'm accepting it because I like how you make me feel, and I like the intimacy or like the way you touch me or whatever. It's just like I enjoy that so much that I'm overriding shit that is red flags. It's bullshit. It's toxicity. That is toxicity.
At its best.
Toxicity, god damn, it's taking over my life. Maybe back then. Nowadays, I don't think so as
If
much.
you late, I can't mess with you. Like from the gate.
And I'm very, very
From the gate, I can't mess with you. Cause like, don't make me leave my house and I'm on time. And I'm an on-time
Not
person.
waiting.
I've worked production for like 10 years. I've sent out call sheets. I've directed. I've done all these things. Like, don't waste my time. If you tell me 7 o'clock, I'm at the door 6:45, waiting in the car, putting on my lip gloss. I'm waiting for you to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Like my call time was 5:30. I misread it, thought it was 5 o'clock. I was in the parking lot 4:45. Like
Damn.
I'm on time. Like, and I think that it's inconsiderate unless you have an emergency. It's inconsiderate to be late. I don't care who you are.
I agree
Okay,
with that.
the only person that can be late is Jesus. Other than that, everybody else can be on time. I have a girlfriend who we speak on and off just because she's never on time. Just we going to dinner, she show up. It's supposed to be 7. She's there 7:45, like strolling in. Like, bitch, don't come and waste my time. Like, I now show up an hour late for her just because I know of who she is, and I think that you're not being
I
late.
agree with that.
I love you.
You gotta know. You gotta. You gotta know different people. You gotta know the friends that are gonna be 30 minutes late.
Don't worry. But if we're ever meeting somewhere, I'll meet you where not expect you to be
I'm
there.
not gonna lie, I cannot stand when people make me late. So it's like I can't like I like that's why I like to get ready and do everything on my own because I don't want to go to your house and now I'm waiting for you to finish getting ready and now you're gonna make me late and make me look bad.
Right.
And that's another. I used to have a friend that was very inconsiderate. Like, why are you curling your hair when we're supposed to be walking out the door?
Right.
That is so crazy. And especially when you have certain relationships, maybe it's whether it's a professional relationship or like anything that can be like a relationship that you respect, no matter what. I think that it's very important to be on time. But I feel like some people don't understand that affects certain things in their life because it's like you can't even be counted on to be on time.
I cannot.
I think it's an impression.
I'm a hypocrite in that way too, because I really don't like to wait on people. Like if I'm coming to pick you up, and we already know if I say 6 o'clock and I really get to your house at 6:15, I definitely expect you to be ready.
Right.
See, I don't do that.
But when I come here, it's
The
like I
Haitian
know
in
damn
you,
well
don't
we
feel
not starting on
bad.
time. So
Haitians
part
are
of me is
always
like,
late.
I got
I'm
you.
the I'm that it actually makes me non-Haitian that I'm always on time.
Oh, no.
You know, Haitians
But
are like
I
2-3
don't
hours
give people
late.
a hard time about being late.
Yeah. Maybe
don't.
that's what it is. No, I've always been that way since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Y'all are always late. We are always late.
I'm always.
First of all,
I was never late until I had a kid. Hell no, because I know you got something going on. Like, bro, you successful. You try to test me. I got you.
It's a coffee date for me too. Forget about him. Like, what if I don't want to talk to you? Like, imagine going on a date with somebody that you kind of know, kind of don't know, and then you gotta like sit through dinner and watch this brother eat, and you really don't vibe with him. So it's if he said coffee date, okay, let's go. Like, and if coffee becomes, dinner or breakfast. Not saying that we did anything. I'm just saying maybe we stayed up all night talking. Lord, please forgive me. Or Mama, don't think that it actually happened. But anyway, then it is what it is. But I think that that's the best way to date.
I feel like here at 8 at the table, we've had numerous of conversations about the first date. And I think that a coffee date is very appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
It's very appropriate. It's cost efficient. And to me, I just think it's a little classy. Like find a little cute in the whole cafe. Let's go. Like, yeah.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do
cheese
you think
Danish.
that there are some women out there that might say, listen, he's being cheap with me. I deserve more. I deserve
You
to
don't
be whisked
deserve
away.
anything on a first date.
Absolutely,
You don't
100%.
deserve
Yeah.
anything. Honestly, because I get no.
The nerve.
You better drink some tea.
First of all, she don't
Take
eat
your
that
ass on a Pepsi date.
Right,
Shut up.
Right.
Let's not even listen to Naisha because she has.
We're not even. You have to have a mic.
Aisha.
You have to have a mic. Anyway,
I'll be like, oh, Nick,
You
she
better
tried to
drink
swag
some
you. She's like,
tea.
"Ugh, what's that?" Like,
She only eat them.
we'll get this little girl some ice cream.
she won't eat
Right.
an oyster. She won't eat caviar. Like, girl, bye. Like,
And only drink
well,
soda
I'm
for
not gonna drink
breakfast.
coffee. Do you eat fish?
No,
I know, girl. That's what I'm
She
saying.
don't eat
Fish for what?
nothing. She
you're
don't eat
difficult.
nothing.
She's a difficult dater.
Oh, she eat Dominican
Not
food.
even-
That's all she orders at the
she's-
office.
She's different.
Difficult.
She's different. So
Very
we're not
different.
even gonna get into her.
Let's just
We still
ignore
love
her.
you,
I just
Nisha.
feel like if
So
you go
anyway.
into a first date thinking, this nigga needs to take me out on a fancy date. He didn't do it right. He's talking about some coffee. You in it for the wrong reasons,
First of
and
all,
you
like,
don't.
that's your lifestyle. Take him on a date then if you don't want to go on coffee.
Exactly.
I know
That's
girls who
your lifestyle.
actually pay for the first date to set the standard.
Yeah. I've actually gone on dates.
And I never really understood that. Sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Jada,
I
I'm
was
sorry.
just saying, like,
No.
I've actually gone on dates, and because of, I don't even want you to think I'm taking advantage of you. This how I eat.
Right.
So I know I'm about to order up. Let me just go ahead and let you know you ain't got to pay for this because I'm about to get it popping.
Right.
I don't. How would I treat myself when I go out? I don't even want to intimidate a man. Like, look, I like the finer things. That's how I am. That's how I've been. Blame it on my mama. I was wearing.
Right.
I'm
Abercrombie
not gonna do.
t-shirts.
I'm
I
not
was
gonna
wearing
do
Dollar
that
Tree
on the
t-shirts.
first date though. Like, because I
If
do
I'm going outside
expect.
and I'm hungry. I'm gonna. Eat
I
whatever
do
want.
expect a man to pay on the first date, not because I'm looking to see, what he can do for me, or
Right.
I want to. That is him setting the standard for our relationship. I want to know that when you take me out,
Cool. That's
this is
impressive.
how you giving it up.
Now, if I go ahead and tell you, look, I know how I get down. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna expect you to have to. Or if I pull out my card, like I know I went in, I just
You
want to.
see, for me, that's just too much words, and that
Yeah,
just
but-
seems like a test.
No, but
I'm
on
not
top
even
of
finna
that-
do all of that because I'm like, I don't even want to
on-
complicate nothing. I'm just not gonna do all that.
But on top of that, I'm never going out. Look, I don't got a lot of time. When I come out and we go to this restaurant, I want all of that. I want that, and that's not all the time. It's just that I like to try things. I might not get an entree. I want to try this appetizer. I want to try that drink. And so sometimes it'd be like, oh, she's trying to take advantage. No, that's not the case. So let me go ahead and pull my money out or pull my card out to let you know. Or at least and if you're the type of person that's like, oh no, I got this. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna in the beginning, I'd be like, I'm gonna let you know. If I'm at a restaurant that I've been waiting to go to or something, I'm just like, I want to let you know, I've been waiting to come here. I'm about to go in. I don't expect you to be responsible for it, or we
Right.
can go half, we can double dutch
Right.
or whatever, because I am very bougie. So I don't even want you to feel like I'm just trying to take advantage of you. Now, when that does happen, the person usually does pay, but I'm being very honest. I don't mind. I really don't mind. Because I know that I'm not just gonna come. I don't want to sit here and act like I'm not hungry because I'm very hungry. And I don't want to sit here and look at you like, I hope you can afford it. No, let me get the, yeah. So that's just how I am. Yeah, definitely.
It's funny.
And I was about to say, Anna, a side of lobster, please.
Absolutely,
What
yes.
I'm gonna get.
Right, and then on top of
Keep
that,
them coming.
You did say you paid, so I'm okay.
right. So if that's the case for the first date, I just sometimes like to put that on the table, I'm here to enjoy myself. So
So can we just lay on the table what's one thing you are willing to look past and one thing you are not willing to look past? Let's start with our guest.
Oh Lord. Let's hope
I'm willing to look past someone who's not.
Go ahead, Jada.
I was about to say, let's start with our guest, and Jada opens her mouth.
No, Jada, go ahead. I was hoping. No. I really wanted to.
No.
Oh Lord.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Now I gotta think. I had to think
gotta
about.
think?
I gotta think.
Go ahead.
Okay, can we pause the
gotta
cameras?
think.
No,
Think?
I'm willing to look past someone who's not completely financially at a place where, because if I'm dating someone who is not yet there, I have faith in you. I'm going to motivate you. I'm going to try to help you in ways that I can, push you in the right direction.
Right.
So I'm not always expecting you to be a 6, 7, 8-figure person. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that's something that I can look past. I can look past someone who's like, I'm working on it. And I know that statistically, most most people find their success and they're mid 40s or whatever. That's something that I've read on. And I just understand that a lot of people get to a successful point and their 40s or late 30s, whatever, maybe sometimes even 50s. If we're talking big money. So it's I'm not sitting here oh, you got to be able to have me in a mansion or this and that. No, I'm fine with working with someone and maybe we can even work on it together. We can
Right.
build a business together. Just have a vision or have some type of you have to have some type of potential.
Potential.
I can look past your financial
Right.
position right now. You cannot be. You got to have a car. You gotta have a car. And you can't be homeless. That's it. But you know, if you're working on it and you have a plan, I like a man with a plan. I'm not gonna look past. There's a lot of things I'm not gonna look past, but that's one thing that I can look past. But
I can look past a past.
mhm.
Someone who doesn't have the same background as me, someone who didn't have the same opportunities maybe, and probably was wayward, you know what I mean? But is reformed, you know? I could look past that. Because I feel like everyone isn't given a second chance, and it's no one's place to judge anyone.
Mhm.
I feel like some people get the raw end of the stick, maybe because they didn't have the right lawyer, or their parents weren't involved, or they didn't have teachers in school that motivated them. So I'm willing to look past that. Only for certain situations. Only for certain situations. What I'm not willing to look past is a lack of ambition.
Mhm.
That's not something that I'm willing to look past, because I feel like if I'm out here doing, progressing, moving, trying to trailblaze, I need somebody with the mentality that's going to help me do that, or do that with me.
Mhm.
I might annoy you because I'm on a plane here going here, or I'm working on this project, I can't be with you all the time, or I'm trying to start up a business and that's my singular focus. Like, I need somebody who is either working on his own or is willing to build a kingdom with me. So that's something I'm not willing to look past, lack of ambition.
I love that. That's mine too.
You know,
For real, because you ain't gonna hold me back. You can't. I don't want to be set back. I don't want to have to wait on. Like, I don't want you to feel bad because I'm on the move. Like, no, you gotta have something going on, or something that we can work on. Like, I want the best. I want. Shoot, I want to own a mall like American Dream.
Honey, they still owe money on that one. They still owe a lot of money on that
The
one.
dreams and the goals that I have, like, look,
They still dreaming.
right, right. But like, I dream so big that it's like I have to have someone who matches me in that way. Like,
Right.
do you want a lot? Because I want a lot. Okay. With the experiences that I've had, I just can't not have a lot. So I need someone who's on the same wavelength, like someone who has the same mindset as that. So I get it.
I like that point. And it's like, I know I asked the question, but I'm sitting here.
Thank
I
you.
let you guys go.
Mhm.
And I was just like, why is it so hard for me to think about something that I am willing to look past? Because I do have a long list of things that I'm not willing to look past. But I think I'm going to go ahead and say I am willing to look past somebody with a busy schedule. I am willing to look past.
Why you look at me like that?
I'm willing to look past a workaholic, just because I know it's nothing personal.
You can't be sexy as hell being a workaholic though. Because I'm like, what's this?
It's nothing
Who you at
personal.
lunch with?
You get into it, and I'm also over here getting to it. Even if I do have more time for you, I feel like I'm going to make it work so that our relationship is good, and we're gonna find any time that we have to be together. Because I mean, you working, I'm working. It's gonna work for us eventually, you know. So I'm that's gonna be my answer for now. I feel like I'm still a little shaky on it, but okay, I can give you a lot.
Everything.
Physical attractiveness.
Mhm.
I feel like I have a lot of quirks, like little things that I don't like.
Like Harry.
Like if your teeth is fucked up, can't look past it. If you like have those like really, like, I used to bite my nails and they're like
Nubby.
yeah, kind of nails, can't look past it. Receding hairline, can't look past it. Anything in the physical attraction area, can't look past it. Because if you're gonna be mine, and you like, and I gotta bring you around people, and I gotta look at you too, like, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
That's honest.
You gotta be fine as hell to me.
I love a fine man, but they be
You can
dangerous.
be fine with a receding hairline. Just, give him some Rogaine.
you have to be attracted.
Tell 'em to go
the
bald.
person.
Yeah.
I think what you're saying is basically you have to find them attractive.
Mhm. And I don't want to find anything about you that is just like,
I squint my eye.
Right. You ever be trying to show your friend a picture like, yeah, he's
Yo, no, hold on. It be my friends trying to show me who they talking to and they
Be
scrolling
like-
for mad long. It's like, what, bro?
Hold on,
Show
he
me the
look cute in
picture.
this one. Hold on, yeah. His outfit.
Why
made him
you
look
so
better.
right?
Sometimes it's not about
My
attractiveness.
friend did that
It's
to me
about
last weekend, and
swag.
I'm like,
Yeah,
why are you?
it's swag.
It's about
Your
swag,
swag
honey, because
is
you can be
more
fine with no
important.
swag, honey.
Well, I love that.
Why would
F
that
you.
be
Would
bad?
That's not a bad
Is that
thing.
supposed to be scary?
First of all, I need somebody to love me more.
Oh.
But see, this is the thing, right? Sometimes when someone loves you so much,
They just love you like you've never been loved. Loved before.
right?
That's who they are.
Well,
No.
maybe that's just because
Well,
you're in love with
maybe
them.
maybe this is an not inappropriate response, but I've felt this way with the same middle school boy whose breath stink. But I was just like, oh my God, he was so in love with me. And yes, he treated me like a fucking princess. And even up until I got into my real relationship, I always still thought back on that boy like,
What,
that
you got you a
is
coloring
like,
book for Christmas. What?
no.
I had a
Coloring book.
situation
What's
like
going on?
that.
Skittles.
I
get
always
it.
thought back to that boy like, yo, nobody has ever loved me like that boy did. Even when in my very first relationship, and I was 17 to 21 in my real relationship. And I always thought back to when I was 14 years old, and that boy loved me so much. But yeah, his
Did
breath
he
stink.
worship you? Is that what it was?
See,
I'm-
that's scary. That's
I
gonna
mean,
push me
no.
away. Like sometimes,
Like I
too
feel
much
like
love.
worshiping is that's like you dick riding. Like
Yeah.
no, he wasn't dick riding me. Like we was a little thing.
Wait.
He was no. Honestly, he wasn't my boyfriend because I was still hung up.
said she was
He
talking to
no, he
him.
was.
They
I was
used to
still
go
hung
to
up
the
on my
mall.
old boyfriend, so I never really. I was just like, you could like me and we can talk, but I was still actually giving myself room for my old boyfriend
know
to come back
what?
around. But he was so into. He was in love with
That's
me.
okay.
If someone really loves me
okay.
though, like I love to be liked and loved. But sometimes I feel like sometimes too much love can be like burdening. Cause now it's like
Clingy.
I have to put your feelings before mine sometimes.
Right.
And that's difficult. That's almost kind of like I don't know if I can deal with that. If I'm not there yet. If we're both there and we're both on the same page, madly in love, like fine, you can do it. No, you can do like if we're both like just, meeting in the middle, cool, but I can't be with someone who loves me like I don't know, way more because then I feel like I don't know, I'm going to stay because of your love or I'm going to, yeah.
Feels obligated.
Feel
There's a
obligated.
sense of obligation
like men
to
stay
them.
with women for that reason sometimes. Like she
Yeah.
holds me down, she loves me so
Eventually
much.
they leave.
But I don't want to be with her.
Eventually
Sometimes they
leave.
don't. Sometimes men stay in marriages. A lot of men stay in marriages.
I feel like
while they're with other women.
when someone loves you more than you love them, it's great when your relationship is great. But
Great, yeah.
it's so horrible when you want to leave.
Yeah, and they just trying to fight for something. You're just like, I don't want this shit.
Yeah, I don't want it, but it's just like, damn, you crying, like you really heartbroken.
That's
Like, it's
not
crazy.
like you got boogers coming out.
Like,
your nose,
damn,
like,
all right.
let's just lay down. Let's just lay down.
Just forget I said anything. Come
Right,
on.
like, yeah, you blowing my shit right now. But that sounds terrible to
I
even
was about to say
say.
I'm horrible.
It sounds so terrible even hearing it because we all want someone to love the shit out of us and accept us for who we are and accept our flaws.
I'm
and
not overlooking
like
certain
someone
things.
just thinking that you're perfect for them. It sounds
Mhm.
like such an amazing thing. But then when you get into it, you're just like,
Again, you're gonna wake up and it's going to bother you, no matter how
Mhm.
much they love you. It's
because
gonna
you're
bother you.
overlooking things obviously that you
Right.
didn't leave when you were supposed to, and now it's a
Absolutely.
burden.
Absolutely, it becomes a burden. I'm hardcore. I'm sorry.
When your birthday? I know it's
July
I was
22nd.
about to say, are you a Gemini?
No, ma'am. Cancer.
Oh my
Krabby
God.
Patty.
Cancers are amazing.
Thank you, doll. I appreciate that. CQ, I'm loved.
Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, we're water signs.
Okay, so before we close out, we have a question from the audience that's looking for advice. It says, I'm 32, currently jobless, single, no kids, no career, no degree, and depressed. Why do I feel like I totally failed in life and that there's no hope for me?
What you gonna do?
Honestly, first reading this, I felt like this person stated everything wrong with their life and they're looking at the glass half empty and not half full. Um, with everything that's going on in their life, I can see why they feel like they're at rock bottom and then they feel like they failed in life. But there's always hope. There's always hope because when you're all the way down there, there's nothing but to get back up. Like there's only up.
And you're still young. Like at 32,
Yeah,
you
32.
can literally turn your life around and you can achieve everything that you feel like you haven't achieved yet. It's not the end. You have so much life ahead of you. You still have another 32 to go, if not more. So it's like at this point, you should see, okay, this is where I am. I don't want to be here. Now start taking steps to change the situation. If you're jobless, do anything right now. You might end up at a job that you didn't want, but you might meet a person there or fall in love there and start a new journey with someone that motivates you or helps you to get to another place. You might meet a like-minded person. You just have to get motivated in some kind of way. What is it that you love? What are your hobbies? What is something that you can do? Maybe you can talk to other people that feel down and out. Maybe you can express yourself on a blog or start recording yourself talking about things and maybe meet like-minded people. There's so many things that you can do to just, you know, bring yourself around people that maybe feel where you are, and you can just have chemistry with someone, make friends, and then, you know, just start from there. But like, you have to work, you have to take care of yourself, you have to eat, you got to live. So start there, and you never know what happens after you just start taking the first steps. It's not over for you. It could just be the beginning, and you can be stopping your success and stopping your blessings by giving up. You never know what's in store for you.
I agree. I think my personal advice would be to find a really strong support system for you, because being this down and out, and especially being depressed, find people that you can talk to. Find people that can connect you to different job opportunities. And when you do figure out what your hobbies or things that you like, or things that you know that you can get into, to create a better life for yourself, have people help you with that, and connect you to different opportunities.
And get you some Medicaid and get you some antidepressants or something like that, because the government will help you.
Right. I think before they do all of that, because I think those were really great answers, but before they do all of that, they got to find a reason to live.
Mm-hmm.
They got to pick themselves up and know that it's not that bad. Believe it or not, even though it sounds destitute, it's really not. It's not that bad. Like the fact that you're alive, the fact that you're still here means that you have purpose, means that you have a contribution to the world. So you got to find that thing that makes you wake up in the morning and say, I belong to be here. I belong here. I deserve to be here. I have a contribution to make to the world. And then you look for the support. Then you look for the aid that's going to help you, get to where you're trying to go. But you have to find a reason to go on. You still got to find a reason to be here and to be a contribution to the world. Because right now it just sounds like the person just wants to give up. And I'm here to tell you it's not that bad. It could be much worse. You could not be here, but you have an opportunity to fulfill that purpose that
And
God
stop
has set
beating
out for
yours-
you.
And yeah,
Mhm.
true. And you can't beat yourself up too. Like you
Right.
can't constantly abuse yourself with your words, your thoughts. You have to speak life into yourself.
Mhm.
Talk more positive, like meditate, do things that like will help you be into like a better mind state. Because if you constantly beat yourself up or abuse yourself or say negative things to yourself or say you're a failure or a loser or
Right.
you're this, you're that, you're gonna believe it. It's gonna become you.
Mhm.
So get out of that
Headspace.
get out of that headspace and get into a place where you believe in yourself. You know that there's hope. You know that you can get out of it. You know that there's so much more in life. There's so much going on around you. There has to be something that you can do to get out of the situation that you're in.
Daily affirmations and manifestation.
Somebody paying that phone bill because they asked the question. So
Right, exactly.
that's a blessing right there. You know what I mean?
You healthy, you thinking.
You healthy. You still have your mind. You're still in the right piece of.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You still have the mindset. Like you're there. You're down right
Take
now.
the first step.
Take the first step. Absolutely.
Mhm. Right. You can't do anything without your phone now. It's in your face. I have to pay for my food with Apple Pay, and then all these social media is on my phone too. So like I gotta open it and see what's going on in the world. It's my news channel, so it's like you always have your phone on you, and it's always just in your face that everyone's living and happy, whether they're pretending or where they really are. They're traveling, they're living comfortably, whatever. And people look at that and they look at their situation, and it's so crazy because I went to Red Lobster the other day. Yes, I like Red Lobster and I love it.
All right.
And I saw this couple. They must have just moved back from Jamaica or moved from Jamaica, or I don't know. But they had their little matching burgundy on, and it was, it was her man's birthday. He had his gold tube, and I was like, look at this cute couple. And they were trying to take a picture of each other, and I just was like, you want me to take a picture of you guys? And they were just so happy and just so like in the moment and so grateful to be at Red Lobster and just so like in love with each other, and nothing else mattered. And sometimes you have to understand that everybody else's life does not have shit to do with your life. Everybody else's happiness, livelihood, nothing. Everything, you're in control of it. So if you just put yourself in a position where you're not feeding for what everybody else has, you don't want everybody else's dreams or everybody else's goals. You find your own dreams, you find your own goals, and you work towards it, because you can literally be happy. You just have to find your own happiness and, just make the best out of your life.
Absolutely.
And I was so happy to be at Red Lobster that day. I was just like, you know what, this shrimp is good. It don't taste as good at Sexy Fish in Miami. They don't put enough garlic. So it was a good day. Thank you.